Coincided with Amy Tripp is brought to you by Walsh Racecraft, who'd like to remind you, winners ride Walsh. Redbud broke their old record for GNC rider turnout this year at the 2005 round, but what impressed us more was the incredible spectator turnout, as the fences were lined here at Redbud more than any other track so far this season. To find out what made the Redbud round of the series so special, we sent Amy Tripp out to talk to the people who were responsible for putting it on.
We are in Redbud, Michigan. I'm standing here with Amy Ritchie, the promoter of this very popular race. Can you tell me a little bit about the turnout this weekend, riders and spectators?
I think it's a record for us both ways. We had 752 entries, and I haven't heard the spectator count yet, but I know they were out of tickets and called me for some more, so that's a good thing.
That is a very good thing. I was trying to watch the pro race in the field out there, and you could hardly get a spot on the fence.
That's what we like to see.
That's true. What other races do you promote? Any if I...
Yeah, we do motocross all year.
Yeah.
We do amateur racing all year. We do one quad national and one bike national. And
how do you think that the bike nationals compare with the quad nationals?
It's quite a bit bigger, but the bike nationals used to be in this place too, and they grew. So I see nothing but growth for the ATVs. I think it's all positive.
That's true. Well, we just want to thank you very much for putting on a great race for us this weekend.
Thanks. It's been great for us too.
Thank you. I'm sitting here with John Arns, who's from District 14. Tell me a little bit about what you do for District 14, John.
Well, Andrew Smith and I are really involved in the ATV side of things, and I am chairman. I have been for the motocross series for 15 years, and this year Andrew has taken on that, and I've kind of split off and gone into the hare scramble side of things, because we have a very active hare scramble / cross country group in this state as well. And we thought that by dividing that up, and Andrew concentrating on motocross and myself on the cross-country stuff, we could probably do a little bit better job, because both of them are growing, and we want to make sure that continues to happen.
Yep. That's definitely true. There's a great turnout. I know that it was raining sort of a lot yesterday. It was sort of muddy here. But today there's been so many people showing up, riders and spectators. Can you tell me a little bit about more of that?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I was looking down at the gate earlier, and there were 2 lines of vehicles all the way out to the road, people trying to get in, and I was kind of surprised. And in fact, when I got here, I picked up my cell phone to find Andrew, because I had no idea where he was parked. I mean, there's almost 800 riders here, and that's phenomenal.
Is that a record-breaking weekend?
I believe so. I think not only for this track, I know it is, but it's very close to the overall record for the GNC series as well.
I agree. Also, what do you think that you're doing different than the rest of the districts, and what do you think they can learn from you?
Well, I know that in other districts they have the ATVs, grouped in with the motorcycles, and something we did in the mid-'80s when ATVs were taken off was to get a dedicated ATV group. I mean, we're still part of the same district, we still go to the same tracks, but we don't have a motorcycle guy trying to work on our rules, and help out the ATV group. We got dedicated ATV people to do that. And likewise, then the bike people don't have to worry about us. We take care of our own thing, and the ATV people have a person who's actively involved in their sport to go to with questions, and I think that's really been a big benefit for us.
It's definitely made a big difference. I want to come over and talk to Andrew Smith. He's also a part of District 14. What do you do, Andrew, for the sport?
I also keep points for all the District 14 racing, and I work with John closely and our rider reps to make the rules. And like you said, we have ATV riders making rules for the ATVs. A lot of times the dirt bike guys, they know what we need, but they don't know it on a personal level. It takes ATV riders to know what we need exactly to make it run. Not only that, this year when John said, I took over for the motocross chairman, we started up a series that's dedicated to only ATVs and then vintage motorcycles. We kind of included them with us because we're both, smaller groups in the district, and it allows us to have a race day where guys can ride multiple classes and hopefully get our ATV turnout to grow.
Yeah, that's very important. Who are some big names that you ride with out there?
Of course, Harold Goodman. He shows up at quite a few of our local races on a non-national weekend. Mike Haas, he used to race a lot of the nationals in previous years. Guys like Jordan Gallagher, they're showing up, and they're picking up the speed. And we've got up-and-coming riders that are going to be hitting the nationals in a few years, like Chad Reed and Matt Dudley also picking up the pace.
Some big names.
Yeah, well, it's not the same Chad Reed that we have with the motorcycles, but he's coming up pretty good.
I think John's trying to tell you something.
Yeah, John's trying to slip me a little hint there. I'm not sure what he had.
Do you have a question for Andrew?
No, it wasn't a question. I was going to tell you that Andrew has put together a series this year. It was ATV Only Days, and that's a little misleading. There are some vintage bike guys there as well, but it's dedicated ATV days, and it's I think it's going to be a great series for us, and he's got it on his website.
Okay, what's your website, Andrew?
It's Michigan ATV Racing.com, and it's all just one long word, no spaces or hyphens. And we have the schedule on there. We have all the race dates on there. The first race of the series, it was initially scheduled to be a 7-race series. The first one, believe it or not, got snowed out in April. We woke up in the morning with a couple inches of snow on the ground, so we had to cancel that round.
That just doesn't seem right.
No, it doesn't. It's not. Motocross is a little different mentality than the cross-country guys, because that same day we held the cross-country in the state, and we had a large turnout, actually. We are looking to reschedule that one, but we'll get that posted on the site as soon as we get that information.
Excellent. Well, it sounds like both you two are doing a really good job for the sport and for District 14. Thank you for taking time to talk to District 14 already. We talked to the promoter. Now I want to get a little perspective on the spectator side. Have you ever been to an ATV National before?
Yeah, a few times.
What do you think about the turnout here? I think it's a record-breaking weekend for Redbud.
Yeah, it's getting bigger and bigger, and it's nice to see more and more people out here. I just wish there's more food booths.
So you don't have to stand in such a long line. Who's your favorite pro out there?
Probably Digger Doug.
Me too. Aren't you happy that he won out there?
Oh, yeah.
First time for 2005. Well, thanks for talking to us a little bit. It's nice to see that we've got the spectators here and so many of you guys, and it's just going to keep growing more and more.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, means more money for everyone, so.
All right, have fun. ATVscene.com. We were just wondering if you had a racer out there right now.
We did. My son Nate used to race the pro class. He got hurt last June at Mount Morris.
Nate Freeze?
Yes.
Okay. Is he out there right now?
No, he hasn't been on the bike since he got hurt.
How's he doing?
Pretty good. He's about 95%. He's thinking about getting back on in the next couple of weeks. He got married and he built a house, and so they've been trying to get that, and once they got that finished, then he's talking about getting back on. So.
Oh, great. Well, what do you think about? We're just we've been interviewing the promoters and a couple spectators. What do you think about this race? I know you've probably been to many races. What do you think about Redbud this year?
I really like it. We've always liked Redbud. It's a close race for us, so we always come over no matter what. And
it's a nice track.
Yeah, the track is great. So.
Well, thank you for taking some time. Tell Nate that we said hi and good luck. Do you have a racer out there?
Yeah, Josh Chapman.
Okay, what class does he ride?
Open A and 16 to 24.
What do you think about the event that they're hosting this weekend? We're with ATVscene.com, and we're just trying to interview some spectators and stuff like that to see what everybody thinks of the event so far.
Love it so far. It's been fun.
It has been. You have two very beautiful What are you here for the event for?
My husband races in Production C.
Oh, okay. And what do you think about the event that they're holding here right now?
It's been going great. It's really running smooth, and besides the weather, it's been great.
It's holding out for us almost today. It looks like it's going to rain right now, but how many events have you been to?
This year? Yeah. We've only made it out to Glen Helen in California, and this is our second one. The others we weren't able to make. And Georgia. I forgot about Georgia.
Okay. Yeah. So you really like coming out here, and the promoters are doing a really good job. Well, thank you for taking some time out to talk to us.
Thank you very much.
Have fun.